All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna do through a whole series of um, solutions here. So I'm gonna get started, and from the very beginning, I gotta say this too. This video is about feeding the nation and how we can absolutely do it. The propaganda and the bureaucracy that is getting in our way needs to change. When we have great leadership in this world, it is easy to see that we are a wasteful nation, and if we can figure out how to prevent that waste or utilize that waste and make sure that it gets used properly, and especially when it comes to taxation on products and everything, you'll see that we are already basically paying taxes to starve this country, guys. We really got to look into this as to how working at a place, when you go at the end of every night, when you throw out and toss out 3 to 4 bags of completely unused, completely good, completely untainted, completely healthy food at the end of the night, that stuff gets tossed away, thrown into the garbage can. So this is about making sure that waste never gets um, wasted. Um, anyway, I just woke up, guys. But I hope you guys start waking up too, because what I'm saying, what I'm saying to you all is when the taxes go up on products every week, a truck comes in to wherever you work, and what happens is after tossing away 3 to 4 bags of unused stuff every day, you basically end up having to order, maybe 5 boxes altogether of completely new products, completely fresh products bought, and you're basically paying for those because you already threw them away, put them in the trash can. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then when we go to these places and buy the food, or buying that a little extra raise in the taxes, or raising the price, maybe not even taxes, but raises in the price, because the more product that they have, corporation has to buy for the product, is because it's making up for that waste that was put in the waste log and everything. Um, so it doesn't make any sense why there's this unspoken raise in prices everywhere. There's this unspoken, silent raise in prices everywhere because we decide and choose that we cannot do something with that waste and put it somewhere. And even on a charitable donation, why are corporations not saying, okay, let's write off these products and let's give them away and say it's a charitable donation? If we were smart in this country, every corporation and every place that sells food, every farm fresh, every super fresh, every food line that writes off these products as something that is charitable and donatable, is a tax write-off. And why are we not seeing that as a benefit to save them money? On a corporate level, this should be happening right now, right now. Um, so I don't understand this, guys. If you can care to explain this to me, if you can care to explain why this is not being resolved, and why this is not being utilized, and why we can't feed the hunger for at least 1 year, make it a goal to figure it out, to provisionally put laws into action that make it legal to write off products and donate them for charity. Um, any Christian organization out there would agree with this. Any Christian politician out there who's true to their faith would say, yes, this needs to be done. We are wasting. From the outside perspective, the world looks at us. They know damn well this country is a complete and absolute wasteful um, country. Even we even look at North Korea and how they have propaganda within their own country. And what I'm realizing now is they see us as wasteful, and maybe that's why they hate us, because we get rid of all this extra food and it just goes tossed out the window. And then maybe if we start doing the proper things, maybe they would back off and be like, you know what, they're doing something good, and maybe there's a way that we can help them in the future too. We just don't have that diplomatic leadership in this country that needs to be to the front and bold and aggressive. Um, you call yourselves Christian? No, you're not. You're not. If you don't support something like this, your Christian values have gone out the window, and you do not deserve to represent any Christian organization or Christian person in this country. Don't bullshit us. Don't bullshit us that you're are basically the corporate and the greed, intentionally trying to starve this country. So what I'm saying, guys, is we need better legislation, and I'll go and furthermore, when I'm talking about kind of things that is building bridges and trying to bring peace, trying to bring peace and trying to bring solutions to this country to achieve peace, any obstruction of that is obstruction of peace, and that is chargeable. It is refutable in the court system and law. So we got to be more aggressive about this kind of thing, guys, and being aggressive about saving the homeless, because we have already basically bought to feed the hungry in this country, to get people off the streets, to make sure that once the food is taken care of, then they can focus more too on getting a job. And then we'll go into that other part in this section, because we make it too difficult for ourselves to look at the obvious. That yes, it makes me angry that the political system has been rained down on the population as somebody who's trying to make people poor, and then we bring these kind of things up to say, well, not only are they making them poor, they're starving us on purpose, because this kind of legislation doesn't get passed. Now, we can look at the whole situation and say, um, is it because somebody maybe got food poisoning? Somebody maybe got food poisoning, and then we'll just assume that a homeless person decided to sue everybody because some food was tainted or something, right? Is that why we're doing this? Do you really think that we're going to blame one homeless person who was starving, who was desperate for money to make it in the world, that they would have sued somebody and then fucked it up for everybody else on purpose? And that was never looked at in jury or in the Constitution or under law. As a way. So what I'm saying here is, when donating, when we are able to donate and bring things to charity, put all food for charity, that is safe. That is a product that is safe, and we take care of that solution right away. All across the country, churches will be filled with food from every place, every corner, every um, every everywhere. The food problem is gone in this country, you know. Um, and I get angry. I get pissed off. I get super pissed off when these people in this country can't ban. They're so distracted by all these other issues, and we're not taking care of the issues that we can take care of immediately, um, and do it with just cause and probable cause, because the cause is good and the cause is just. Um, it makes me sick when I see people on the street starving, or when people come in and they don't have enough money and they're trying to. And we have all the food. We have all the food in the world, guys. We have all the food in the world to feed these people. This is you want to talk about, no, it's handouts. No, it's not handouts, guys, because we're already paying for it. You're already paying for it. When you go in and buy any product, you're already paying to starve these people. So if you have a problem with paying money, if you think this is making us pay more money, it's actually saving us more money when you actually look at the logistics and how it comes down to not just a local level, not just a economical level, not just a marketing level, not just a way to save corporations money, but a way to save everybody else money, and at the same time feeding people, feeding children, feeding the homeless, feeding people that are struggling, so that they don't go out and make more mistakes in this country. Um, so I guess the real question we got to ask is, why isn't this being done? And who is responsible for stopping that? And who hasn't thought of the right solution? Now, so basically everybody has, bags full of groceries or products that is not spoiled, but it can be donated. So all each place really needs, when you think about how much it's going to take, is it needs one person at the end of the night to just put this stuff somewhere so somebody else can bring it to church or a local place, or one person each night. That's all it takes, to just donate at their own free will to a place, and then having the access for those places and where it can bring those donations. That's a simple solution. Is or having somebody who people that collect the food. They go out to different places at the end of the night that are getting away the waste byproducts, and then collecting it, and then writing a waiver too, saying, each time this was donated, that we have made sure that these are safe products, that they're up to date, and they're not going to be wasted. And then even people, this is where it comes down to the legal battle of the whole situation. People be like, well, that's it. You know, anybody that receives the food and eats the food and is grateful for the food and appreciates the food, you know, the homeless, the needy, they all they got to do is sign a waiver and say, we promise not to sue. We promise not to, and that's all it is security, guys. Making the security in this legal battle. That's all it is. And no homeless person is going to not sign the waiver to not get free food. Um, this is all bureaucratic bullshit when we talk about the need for people and the desire for people to want to help the hungry and the homeless. Um, because us as Americans want to. We want to. And who is stopping us? I don't know. We have to figure that out. But um, so this is about feeding the country. And I went into another video that goes into more explanations when you have the caravans. You know, you have different vans that go around and get these food and pick them up and bring them to the places so they can, you know, all the food comes there and then they can redistribute it to more places, smaller places and more places, not just churches, but also go around and give the food to people. So it helps them get to a better state of mind when they are trying to get off the streets and when they're trying to make a living for themselves. So that's the point, is giving a little bit for all those stubborn ass people out there who think that if we do something like this, it's going to cost more money. This is costing no money, no more money. And as a matter of fact, it's going to start saving us money because we take care of the problem. And the money that you say that we're going to be using, we are already using because we pay for the product that is being wasted, and that's why the prices go up. So don't bullshit on us, everybody. Don't bullshit me on this, America. We are already paying for the waste products that is starving this country, and it needs to be fixed. And anybody that has a issue with that, you know, we go under the law, we go under the Constitution, we go under the judicial system and fix this, and fix it now. And anything that comes in the way is a obstruction of peace. It is a simple obstruction of peace because this country is fed up and we are starving for freedom, and we are starving our minds and our hearts and our souls to uh, bring light to this country, because this leadership and the leadership abroad, I think, can look at this situation and in their own right, decide whether this is something they would agree with or not, and then we can decide if that is the type of leadership that we want in this country, flat out. You know, we decide when we decide what is efficient. Um, I have this philosophy about efficiency, and why everybody is struggling is because we're not being efficient enough. Um, and it's going to save money. So if the problem is you don't want to spend extra money and extra taxes, bullshit. You're bullshitting yourselves. Um, so there's anger there. Yes guys, there's anger there. But you know what, the anger is because the solution has already been solved. We just got to look at it, reevaluate it, put it into context, put it into a book, put it into guidelines, put it into something that is reasonable, put it something that is rational, and then feel good about doing the right thing. Imagine that, as this country starts striving and thriving because we start doing the right things, because we start feeding those people, and they start just on the smallest level. It frees them up a little bit about not having to worry about getting that food every day, going on the streets begging for money for food every friggin' day. Um, um, so you can't sit there and say that I won't take care of that problem about reducing the amount of people who go out there and panhandling, because now they have another, because that also puts a responsibility on them. The food is taken care of. So what are you trying to get money for now? And then that's when we go into the next chapter, which is about helping an actual system that is set up to help people move forward and get training and get reintroduced to the population. It also goes into the jail system. We can go into that too, because I've had enough of inadequacy of lazy people in this world who have too much money that know what to do with. Um, so that's what this is about, and um, I'm gonna keep going. I got a lot of love and a lot of ideas. I'll just get started here. All right.